Well, we have Bahrain on the way today. Race number 4 on the calendar, coming off of a fascinating Chinese Grand Prix. We unfortunately did not beat our teammate of Anthony Davidson, only because we got penalized for hitting a car that we didn't actually hit. So that was a little bit awkward, to say the least. Lewis Hamilton, he's at the top of the board in the standings. He finally lost to Fernando Alonso in the last episode, and now we head to one of my more least favorite tracks on the schedule, Bahrain. We're going to jump into qualifying. So I've gone for more of a balanced setup here in the Bahrain circuit now, as we'll break right here between the 150 and the 100, see if my F122 braking zone works. I would say it was okay. It wasn't great. Sebastian Vettel gets so much better on the acceleration right there compared to myself. I keep forgetting, and I gotta remember, specifically right here at the beginning of this episode, you can put the power down hard in this car, and unless you do that right there, you gotta be a little bit careful, but you can get away with a lot of power down, unlike what you can in the current games with F122 and whatnot. You can't really just put the power down freely, so even without assist, you can do it here in F1 2012. A little bit aggressive there, a little bit of a lockup on the right front, get that power down again. I'm probably last place right now. Qualifying has not been my strong suit because, you know, we're coming into these tracks for the first time on F1 2012 right into one-shot qualifying, so I kind of shoot myself in the foot a little bit, but I kind of like the challenge at the same time for this mini-series that we are doing here with F1 2012 career mode. But yeah, I'm definitely leaving an absolute ton of time on the table right now. Back with the DRS, Vettel is long gone. I'm guaranteed last right now. Through the final corner, I'm being really aggressive on the braking. Got to get better at that here for the Grand Prix. We cross the line, and it's what I would assume dead last. I'm not last. I beat Timo Glock and Charles Pick. How about that? And we were only a tenth off of De La Rosa, not even a tenth. So actually looking at the order here, you know, we're like 4 seconds off of Di Resta, but I think we can beat him. Sebastian Vettel, Mark Webber have shown up for Red Bull this weekend. P1, P2, let's head to the grid. Bro, I don't know what to tell you, man. I just can't get this qualifying thing down, bro. I'm sorry. Here we go, then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red lights. It is going to be lights out. We're underway from Bahrain. I mean, full throttle. Just pin it and go for it here. Down towards turn 1. We got Pick. We got Glock behind us now. I'm going to try and send it up the inside, gain as many spots as we can. If the door is open, I'm taking it. Hello, wide open door, nearly into the back of Petrov. That's not what I was hoping for, is that much of a stack up in turn 1. There is cars running off the circuit. Perez is getting absolutely used up right there, and we will take advantage of that. Not a good starting position for Sergio Perez here. Up the inside again. Can I send one up the inside of Ricardo? Absolutely I can here. We got guys going wild up here. Paul Di Resta is right there. He's beside me. We're going to pass our teammate in the first lap. Thank you very much. I will take what I deserved last race from China into Bahrain, and I'm going to try and even send one up the inside of Maldonado because we know this is going to happen right here. Everyone's going to stomp on the brakes. I heard someone just get run into the back of. I think that was De La Rosa getting hit by Maldonado, and look at that, up to P15 already here. But now it gets a little trickier because when you have no talent like me, that is what's going to happen. So we have just given up quite literally everything here. I'm so sorry, Glock. Please don't penalize me, game. I'm a good person. He's going very defensive here, and I'm just going to try and do a little like switchback kind of deal on him here and go to the left. Perez is really struggling up there. His struggles from the last episode have continued on here. We are wheel to wheel. What in the world? They're not backing out of it for once? What is this? I mean, that's what we like to see. I wasn't ready for that. All right, that is one lap down. Glock is going ultra defensive, trying to keep me out of that slipstream. I'm going to go left. I could go right, but I'm going to go left on this one. Brake for turn 1. I am flying in here. I thought I was about to nail the back of Perez. Fortunately, that does not happen. I'm going to try and get to the left of him right here. Nope, that's not going to work. We'll go to the right instead and continue to try and make the pass and overtake up into the top 20. Should be able to do that right here. Petrov slow again in front of me. That's the second time we're right behind him, and he's in the way. There we go, though. Another few positions gained back into P20. Wow, you are taking a bit of a dank line right there, aren't you? Send it. There we go. Thank you very much. Down into first gear. A little bit of a lockup. He's going to do the switchback, man. The AI they get the elbows out here in Bahrain. I don't know what it is about this circuit, but they certainly like to fight you here. Now, I'm way too cautious after what happened last lap into this corner, the most unique corner probably in the Formula One calendar and my most hated one. We have completed 2 laps, DRS enabled. Petra, oh my god, he is flying. He's going to go up the inside here. I'm struggling a little bit on pace in this one so far. Back down into turn 1 we go. I'm hoping I'm clear. It looks like we're good. Kinda just took a risk on that one. I was like, if I'm clear, good. If I'm not, we're about to make some serious contact. But we still actually, even while being under pressure, close in on De La Rosa. Wow, it is so hard to get the braking right there. We have a very nice run right here on the back of De La Rosa. He tries to break the slipstream. He's going to go defensive. Not going to make a move on him, obviously. Yeah, you know, here I am making a move on him. Not really when I thought I was going to be. He's still going to be able to fight us off, though. But we got a little bit more curves to go through. We're going to get wheel-to-wheel down the front straightaway. DRS wide open. Use a little bit more curves just to make sure we complete the pass easy. It looks like he almost set the brakes just to kind of let me have the spot. Lewis Hamilton, by the way, out front. So Hamilton, Webber, they start at P1, P2, but it's Lewis Hamilton who's gotten back out on top of the grid currently here. We have a nice run on Ricciardo. We're going to have DRS right here. He might have DRS as well. No DRS zone apparently, actually. So we are going to be wheel to wheel. At the 100 marker, hit the brakes here. Down to second, a little bit cautious into these corners. I've been pretty careful so far, but I love that the AI here, they are way more aggressive, and it's making me having to be, of course, way more aggressive than usual here. But we complete the pass on Ricciardo. This is the AI that I have been waiting for since we've started this little mini-series. Ricciardo's going to be all over us. We're getting closer to Kovalainen, but yeah, Ricciardo is about to put some pressure on, get that DRS open, use some curves right there, try to save Ricciardo. I think he was trying to pass me to the left, which is not a very smart decision. I'm going to absolutely send it Ricciardo style at the inside of Kovalainen, and look at that. Up the position we go into now, what, P15. Now, we'll try to get up to DeResta, our teammate. We couldn't quite do that in the last episode, late when we were trying to run him down, of course. So we will try to do that this time in Bahrain. But as well, we still have a pit stop coming up. No safety cars yet this season. I don't know why. That just came to my mind. We haven't seen a safety car yet. Ricciardo is continuing to put some pressure on. We're 5.4 seconds back. Look at the DRS. I cannot defend over that. Go and have the spot, Daniel. I'm just going to stay put right behind you and see if I can follow you forward to my teammate of DeResta, because if I fight Daniel Ricciardo, I mean, we're not going to go anywhere. We're just going to continue fighting each other. So I'm going to see if we can make up a little bit of time on DeResta by just being with Daniel. We're not going to make up anything when you're driving like that, buddy. Oh, Ricciardo's pitting. Wow, that was a late call, and actually pretty well everybody is into the pit lane here, so we're gonna come out in some traffic now. Who is this in front of us? It is Kimi Räikkönen. I really sailed it off there, didn't I, into turn 1? I don't even know when our pit window opens here. Let's see, we have lap 8, so next lap our pit window will open. I am trying to use Kimi Räikkönen here as a baseline of the pace I am trying to set. I know he's on fresh tires and I'm not. However, I'm just trying to use him as my brake marker right now, because one of my struggles here so far in this race has really been braking. I feel like I am just kind of leaving a little bit too much on the table compared to other drivers, so I'm really trying to use Räikkönen here for this lap and next lap as the baseline. Look at that, we're 1.2 seconds up here just by kind of sticking with a driver that knows what they're doing here in Formula One. Kimi Räikkönen, of course, a world champion now as we head down towards this final turn, breaking at the 100, and definitely gonna be our best lap so far. We might even have a chance to pass Räikkönen, so suddenly I feel like every episode we're like, for whatever reason, just learning a little bit more every time, as I'm gonna be all over Räikkönen. I'm not gonna just bail out of it and not fight him, but of course I'm not going to try and fight him too much to an extent where it ruins his race, but we do take the position now behind Michael Schumacher in the Mercedes. Let me know, by the way, how you guys like the live commentary in this series. Obviously in F122 I do post-race narration, because that's a completely different style of career mode that we do over there, with stories and all that stuff and just so many different things, while this one is pretty straightforward mini-series live commentary and mistakes like that right there with brake lockups. But let me know what you think of the live commentary. I just absolutely grilled the left front wheel right there. That was absolutely atrocious. And here it goes, Räikkönen to my left-hand side, and it's really about time he goes and takes the position here, but he might have a really awkward line into the corner. Yes, he does. So now we're really hurting ourselves on time, but we're going to come into the pits at the end of this lap, and hope for the best here. Well, it was a pleasure fighting with Kimi Räikkönen for a lap or so, but we're going to dive down into the pit lane and put on... What tire are we putting on? I still can't even remember. We're putting on the primes, it looks like. So the yellow tire will go on, and it looks like somebody else is coming in as well. And hopefully we're out before they get here so we don't get held up. Look at this. It's a 3.5 second stop. Not too bad. Here comes Di Resta. He goes by, use some curves, and look at this. Where's Ricardo? Ricardo's quite a ways behind us, so I don't know what's happened there, but we have made up a ton of time on Di Resta and have certainly increased the gap to Ricardo, who was well ahead of us when he came into the pit lane. So massive gains right here. I don't know how I forgot this, but I forgot that we can change the field to like rich, and we can also put the brakes back, which I used to do all the time in like F1 2011. Let's actually try that. Let's go to the rear on the brakes and see if that makes a difference. I am desperately trying to get closer to Di Resta, but Ricardo is closing in on me. I felt like I've had a pretty good lap. I just don't have the pace right now. And you can see 1.1 seconds between us. We got past Felipe Massa, it looks like, in the Ferrari, who's in the pit lane. That was a pretty good first sector. I don't know how much faster it was than my best lap, but it felt pretty decent as we continue to just try and get there. 2.4 seconds to Di Resta. It's literally a repeat of last episode after our penalty, is just trying to close that gap to Di Resta and beat him, but it's getting very close once again as well. This time, though, a little bit differently. We do have some pressure from behind with Danny Rick in the Toro Rosso, but we're going to have 4 laps to go. We'll see what the gap is at the end of lap 10. Just not enough pace right now. 3.2 seconds back. Here comes Ricardo. I'm going to try and hold him back at bay a little bit here. I don't think he's going to make a move, and just try really hard. You know what? We got to find the pace, and I say let's find it this lap right here. Come on, let's get somewhere. Get a little bit closer to Di Resta. That felt really, really solid, actually, but I still don't think it's enough. Once again, like China, you know, we got some pace, but just not enough. 3.2 seconds now. The gap between myself and Paul Di Resta, and Ricardo is not far behind, so it looks like it's going to be a battle between myself and Danny Rick here in these closing 3 laps, because this, once again, just like the last episode in China, not enough. There's a lockup on the right front. Yikes. Here comes Ricardo. He's going to go left, and just nothing. Absolutely no chance to fight against that here now. Ay, Danny, why are you stomping on the brakes so hard right there into turn 1? He gets P15. I'm very aggressive right there on the track limits. I hope he somehow has some really crazy pace that I can follow him through. Why are you driving like that? I'm just going to take the spot. You know what? Screw it. Let's go and have P16 or P15 back. He is all over the back of me. If you want the position, go take it, and then I'll get the DRS on you. I think that would work pretty well, but he's not going to send one up the inside there, so we hold on to P15 for now. I've got a ton of battery to go through right here. That's probably going to hopefully keep me a little bit further ahead of Ricardo this time towards turn 1. 4.4 seconds now, the gap between myself and my teammate of Paul Di Resta, and I just went all the way down to neutral. Oh no, I made a huge error. I thought I was going down to first, and no, I was going down into neutral. Look at this quick replay here. Like, the car like hops up. It kind of like bounces right there when I went down into neutral, and then obviously around we go. Absolute massive choke job right there. Now I have to hold off Felipe Massa here for another lap and a half, and I am making so many mistakes late in this race. Perez, of course, is having a rough day still. P16. Massa is all over the back of us now, so now we're gonna have to get a little bit creative here. I don't want to lose another position in the final couple of laps. You know what? Looks like we're gonna lose it anyways. I got nothing right now. This car is just hanging on by a thread after that mistake right there, but we will have DRS down the front straightaway, so that's where we're gonna kind of focus on. I'm not gonna pass Massa until we get to that DRS zone. All right, here we go. Use a little bit of battery. Final lap underway, and I don't think we're gonna get to him. He absolutely is hauling the mail down this front straightaway, unless I just, you know, don't mind if I do send one up the inside, Daniel Ricciardo style, and you know what, just like that, there we go. Thank you very much, Felipe. I will see you later, and that should honestly seal the deal unless I make a mistake again. P17. Absolute full send up the inside into the first turn, and it worked tremendously. I'm locking up so much on this right front right now, but I'm assuming Lewis Hamilton is about to come through and win this race. We do have one retirement. It sucks that this game doesn't like tell you when somebody actually retires out of the race, but nonetheless, we're about to see who's going to win this GP. Ah, there it was. There it was. A huge error again on the lockup. It's Mark Webber who beats Lewis Hamilton in Bahrain. So Red Bull returns to the top step of the podium after another mistake from myself right there. One of those races, it just, you know, things didn't quite go our way here late in Bahrain. The first run, it had its moments, and the second run, it certainly had its moments that were on the opposite side of good this time. So very frustrating here. Last couple of races, China didn't go the way we were hoping, and of course Bahrain has not gone the way we were hoping either. And hopefully we can kind of settle in and get a little bit better here in the next couple of GPs. Absolutely send it here to the final turn. Hope for something to happen. It doesn't. Felipe Massa rebounds a P17 after whatever happened for him. We cross the line in P18 here in Bahrain. A very disappointing day. I don't know why you're celebrating. That was terrible. So here we see, wow, Lewis Hamilton ended up in 6th. How about that? Mark Webber, Sebastian Vettel, Jenson Button, Bruno Senna up there as well. Very good days for them. Obviously, Red Bull is back on top. Charles Pickett was the one that DNF'd there, and P14 for the rest up, P18 for us. Very, very disappointing day. Here we see the standings. Hamilton now still remains on top. However, it's gotten a lot less after a rough day. 11 points over Webber, 15 over Alonso. Vettel closes in a little bit as well. And there's myself and the rest down to 17th and 18th. And McLaren, Vodafone, oh my God. Vodafone, McLaren, Mercedes at the top of the constructors right now over Red Bull and Ferrari. So then, that is going to wrap it up for this episode. Here's the post-race stuff, the teammate challenge data. We have been outraced 3 times. Actually, yeah, we're quite literally red in everything. So we're going to try and change that in the next episode. Do whatever we can here. Now, it's a challenge playing this game, you know, for the first time, but it's a fun challenge, that's for sure. And we have Spain coming up in the next one at Catalonia, and it looks like it is going to be another sunny race, which is nice to see. Then we have Monaco. I think we can make something happen in Monaco. I'm hoping we get some kind of crazy race here at some point. But if you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. That's going to wrap it up for us here today, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching, and have a great day, everybody.